Hello everyone, welcome to Straight Answers. This week's question comes from Facebook, and it is, you have debt, little money, and negative cash flow. Angkor appears to be a prospect generator of sorts, so you will be relying on partners to be fitting most of the bill for exploration. Success will be solely dependent on you finding partners to do some drilling and your drilling to come back with some good numbers. It's also weird for such a small company to have multiple diversified assets: gold, oil, carbon capture. It's unlikely that the management of the company is an expert in all three fields. How can you convince us otherwise? Well, my response is pretty straightforward. Being weird by having multiple diversified assets can also mean that as an investor, you don't have all your eggs in one basket. Our message since late 2021 is that being a resource optimizer means we build shareholder value. And by advancing niche markets in the energy and mineral sector, you gain. And on a side note, for the past 12 years, we have always undertaken our own drilling. We have always been dependent on our own highly qualified team. And the results speak for themselves. We discovered Cambodia's first copper gold porphyry when we were told there were none. We have discovered 2 epithermal vein mineralizations, and we've implemented leading ESG principles across the country. Our mission over the upcoming 12 months is to deliver results, to show you and all of the investors that we actually walk the talk. So how will we do that? Well, bringing you closer to a path of cash flow in under 6 months as a junior, that might help convince you. Delivering you environmental cleanup in the mineral sector at a profit might convince you. Collaborating with professional teams already in place to maximize best practices with our human resources might convince you. And drilling a series of flattened gold vein mineralizations might add consideration. Clearing the debt off the balance sheet in 2022 might convince you. Ultimately, we measure our own effectiveness by the amount that we can increase value for our shareholders. And that means more liquidity and an increase in share price. All by positioning ourselves uniquely, or weirdly, as you might express it, in the resource sector. For sure, and something of which I am entirely convinced, is that Angkor builds value differently. We will make our success, and we hope that you will be convinced to be a part of that.